Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Andreas. Andreas is from Cyprus, but he lives in London, in the UK. So let's see what Andreas has to say. Enjoy the interview.
Hi,
Hello, Andreas. Hello, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me.
So tell me, how's your day today?
Mm, It was a quiet one. Um, I got caught in the rain, got
Yeah,
soaked. Nothing really exciting, really.
I see. Do you consider yourself to be more of a day or night person?
Mostly uh afternoon person, maybe.
I,
So a little bit of a day, a little bit of night,
I see.
depending.
Do you have like a routine that you do every day?
Um, Kind of, a little bit. So, I wake up in the morning, I go to the gym, then come back home, sit in front of my computer, the usual. Lunch, then more work, then when I'm done, I just chill at home.
Tell me where you're from, Andreas.
Originally Cyprus.
Ah, okay.
Have you ever been?
Again?
Have you ever been?
No, I haven't actually. I never been. However, I had, I think, three guests from Cyprus on the show. I think you're my third one, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
And I believe you're in England right now.
Yes, London, South
So,
London.
so tell me why the change from Cyprus to England?
It's a funny story, really. I always wanted to come here when I was young. So I eventually, in my early 20s, I eventually just got a job, saved some money, booked a ticket one way, and I came here with the intent to study.
Okay.
I wasn't meant to stay in London. I came to London until the day that I was supposed to start studying, because I was going to go to Coventry,
Okay. Ah, okay.
yeah, near Birmingham. But then I signed up to the university, did my exam because I had to do an English exam. Did the
Yeah.
exam, passed the exam, signed up, and then the day that I was supposed to be going up in Coventry, we contacted the month of September. Um, we contacted them and they had lost my application.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they lost my application. So I couldn't sign up until the year after, and I ended up staying in London instead.
Oh, wow. And how long have you been living in London for?
Almost 15 years now.
Oh, wow. Amazing. And
Yeah.
what do you do for work, for living, Andreas?
I've got my own little gig. So I used to work for a charity, for a homelessness charity, but I left that job a couple of months ago, and I've got my own little thing. So it's basically a business to business kind of thing. Health and well-being coaching.
Okay. So you are a coach. You've been helping coaching people.
Yeah, so I'm not personally the coach. There's a team of 9 people that
Amazing.
are happy to take up work. We haven't officially started trading yet. We've been working on this for about 2.5, 3 years now.
Okay.
We've been putting together some programs and a book with health recipes, exercises, mindfulness, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Um, and the idea is that we're going to pitch this to businesses as a benefit for their employees, to help them with retention, staff happiness, enjoyability of work, all that kind of stuff.
That's amazing, Andreas. Actually, I made a note here regarding, your work, about helping homeless and also about
Mhm.
trans rights advocate. So I think it's when you do something that you enjoy it and at the same time you are helping others, I
Yeah,
think that is the best that we can do, and I think it's very inspiring as well. Amazing.
thank you.
Right. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your point of views. Okay.
Hmm.
But before we start our journey within the Magic Box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Something that not many people know about me. I'm quite open with most of my life, really. I can't think of anything that I wouldn't talk about. They vary from nutrition to psychology, exercise, writing, literature, but I wouldn't know what else to mention.
That's very interesting for sure. I think all of that those you just said now, it's very interesting. I think you are an open-minded person. Yeah, you are open to.
I try to. I try to be. I'm the kind of person that thinks that everyone should live their own life,
Mhm,
regardless of other people's opinions.
mhm.
Um, as long as you don't hurt someone else,
Yes,
then you should be good to go.
amazing, very good. Andreas, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Let's have a go.
Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I've had here my best friend. Of random fun questions, okay? I'm
Mhm.
just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question. All right?
Sure.
Let's do it. All right. So before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
Mhm.
First question for you is: if you could have a cup of tea or a coffee with a fictional character, who that would be and why?
Fictional character. Ah, that's interesting. Any kind.
Yeah?
Um, fictional character. I will pick Gambit
Hmm.
from X-Men.
Tell me why.
Few reasons. He's fit, and I like it, the accent. You asked.
And oh, I love the Marvels movies. I love X-Men. My God, they should do a new movie. They haven't done like,
They're
I don't
they're
know.
having some coming up.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, I think the first one is 2026, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong.
Amazing. I think they've been working some kind of characters like
Yeah.
Wolverine or a story, which is interesting as well. However, when they're all together, the X-Men, I
Yeah.
think it was such an
It's
amazing
it, it
experience to watch.
it was a big part of our childhood, wasn't it? So
Absolutely.
um seeing them coming to life now in TV is quite interesting.
You are kind of person that watches more movies or series.
I watch both. I'm a little bit more selective with movies.
Hmm.
Because series, short episodes, you watch a couple of them. If you don't like it, you stop. A movie, you have to dedicate the whole 2 hours, I suppose.
Yeah.
So it depends on the movie.
Do you prefer to go to the cinema or you prefer to watch at home?
I have kind of a silly rule. I go to the cinema only to watch Marvel movies. Unless it's a group of people and there's something special or whatever, like the Barbie movie, for example. There was such a fuss about it. We didn't go to watch it when when it first launched.
Yeah.
We went towards the end, and that was because a group of friends wanted to go. So
Did you like it?
I thought it was interesting,
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah, I understand as well. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, next question for you is, oh, this is my favorite question of the Magic Box and came up for you.
God.
Send away a message to someone, but you don't need to tell who this message is for.
Send a message to someone, but I don't have to tell. I love you. There you go.
Amazing.
And that can go to many people, not just the one.
Okay, and if you could send just for a specific one, could you select a message just for one person? And a person
Yeah.
who is gonna be watching, gonna go like, okay, I know this message is for me.
Yes. Thank you for my life.
Oh, very sweet, very sweet. Short, sweet, and very meaningful.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And that person will know.
For sure. Next question, let's do it. Before the next question, Andreas, let's talk about Cyprus, yeah?
Okay.
So I believe all your family are back in Cyprus, or you have family here as well in England?
I've got family here as well.
When you think about Cyprus, when you think about your country, tell me what's the best memories that comes to your mind. And also, when people go to Cyprus, what do you think they should see it? They can't miss it, in your opinion.
That's a very good question. I don't know. For me, Cyprus is it always just the name of the island brings back sun, summer, the beach, holidays, good hot weather, not the weather that we've got here today, especially. Um, so that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Basically, just holidaying on a nice beach with hot weather, chilled, relaxed, not having to worry about anything else. What was the second part of the question?
When people go to Cyprus, what do you think is the postcard of Cyprus? What do you think they shouldn't miss it?
Definitely have to go to the beach. Anywhere that you go in Cyprus on the beach is going to be amazing. The waters are clear, they're warm. And have a look at Limassol. That's where I come from. So that's worth checking it out.
Amazing. Very good. Next question is there a dream you always had?
Yes.
Can you share?
An actual dream? Or
The actual dream, yeah?
Yes, I have. It's not a happy one though.
Can you share? Can you talk about it or not?
Yeah, I can do. It's basically weird. I've not had it for a while actually. When I was a kid, I started having this nightmare where I come out of my house in the middle of the night and I walk into a park and I find someone that I cannot see the face of, but I can tell there's someone close to me, passed out, and that's all I remember. Then I wake up.
Wow.
It's kind of like a nightmare, but it's not really a nightmare. It's the only thing that I can remember from that dream.
And actual dream, like something that you want to achieve, you always wanted to achieve, you always wanted to get. There is something that comes to your mind?
Something that yes, I do have one. So I always wanted to buy a farm, have lots of animals, and create that little kind of cosmos or world in that farm. Just live a peaceful and quiet life there.
Wow. And this farm is based in somewhere specific or could be anywhere?
Could be anywhere, as long as it's like a piece of land with a small cottage or house or whatever with animals, especially goats, because that's my favorite animal.
Oh, wow.
Goats, dogs, cats, you name it. Apart from snakes. I don't like snakes.
And tell me something. So you're saying about, do you see yourself living in England for a long while, or you plan maybe one day go back to Cyprus?
No, I've been here for 15 years. I don't think going anywhere else now would be possible, I would have to literally just uproot my whole life,
Uh-huh.
and not to mention the hassle behind
Absolutely.
it. But yeah, it would have to start from the beginning, and it's just not. I'm
See.
not. I'm not getting younger.
Yes, I think it's interesting. When you find yourself in a place that you're not expecting, and suddenly you find your home. You find, oh, I meant to be here for some reason, and you just enjoy it, and you just feel part of it. And I can tell
But
the same as well because I'm from Brazil and I left Brazil when I was 19 years old. And I went to Portugal and I've been living in England. And it was on my plans. I never thought one day leaving London. And suddenly life brought me here. And I meant to be here. And I found my place here. I think it's interesting how life can take you in a direction that I don't expect. And
exactly.
suddenly you feel the greatest.
That's exactly it. I always wanted to come to London. I always
Mhm.
wanted to live in London,
Yeah,
from when I was a kid. So when I came here and discovered the London, the Londoners life, well, that's it. I'm not going anywhere. If I was going to go, I would have gone, at the beginning,
amazing.
because I wouldn't have enjoyed it. But nah, London is here. I'm here. That's it.
Great. Next question, ready?
Mhm.
Let's do it. Next one. Next question is what bad habits, sorry, what bad habits do you wish you could stop?
Smoking. I managed it for a couple of years, and then I just went back to it. But I don't smoke a lot. That's a good thing.
Mhm.
I only have like 2 or 3 cigarettes a day. So,
Do you think one day you're going to stop like for good?
oh yeah, yeah.
I
Just
see.
have to find the day first.
I think it comes natural, isn't it? I think, some people go like, oh, you should stop all these days. But when it doesn't come from you, it's hard. You know what I
It's all
mean?
in here.
Absolutely.
You,
Absolutely.
you need
I
to
think,
want it. Habit change.
absolutely. Amazing. Next question. Right. Next question is what is your most embarrassing moment?
Hmm. God, my most embarrassing moment. Well, there is one. I don't know if it's the most embarrassing one, but it's up there to me anyway. When I first moved to the UK, my very first job was at a pub,
Uh-huh.
and it's also not nice. So, um, someone actually went to the toilet and blocked it with lots of paper, and I had to unblock it, and I
Oops.
had to do it on a busy Saturday,
Mm.
because no one else was willing to actually get into it and get it done. And the toilet was basically by the sitting area, so everyone could see everything. And I had to walk around with the gloves and the plunge and everything. That was not my favorite, but yeah.
Those moments that just happen for us for just happen and you need to somehow deal it.
So someone had to get their hands dirty, so let's just put it that way.
Andreas, when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself,
Mhm.
what's the biggest joy of being Andreas? What do you like the most about being you?
What I like the most about being me is that I don't. It's what told you earlier. I don't take into account what other people think about me. I am who I am, and if someone doesn't like it, that's not really my problem, and that's not to be nasty. It's just I think I've learned from experiences and from my life that if I sit down and worry about every little thing that everyone thinks about me, then first of all, I wouldn't be out, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because obviously I'm gay. So a a lot a lot of people would not agree with that. I wouldn't be confident enough to come out. So yeah, I think that's the one thing that I don't really care what people think about me.
I think when you get to this point in your life that you don't care, I think you feel free. Your
You
shoulders
enjoy your
feel
life.
absolutely. Your life goes in such a beautiful direction that you can fly. You can just be your true self, and just it's the best. I
Exactly.
feel.
And I mean, sexuality is just one part, right? There's a variety of things that people just don't come out with, or people are worried that, oh, what's my neighbor gonna say? What's A, B, C, D kind of person is going to say if I do this or if I don't do this? Um, and it just limits you.
Hmm.
Like I said earlier, if as long as you don't hurt anyone, I don't see why you shouldn't.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I totally agree. As long as no hurts anyone and not yourself as well,
Oh
just
yeah,
go for it and and be your truly self and live your truly self. And people, the
exactly.
right people come, the wrong people would go, and you're just gonna get in a place that you meant to be. That's how I see.
Exactly. The people that are worth staying around you will
Yeah?
be there at the end.
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Before the next one, as you mentioned about being gay, yeah?
Mhm.
Growing up back in Cyprus, did you have the support of your family? It was easy for you being gay? Did you ever came out, or things just went like, in a way that you're not expecting? Walk me through a little bit about your experience, if you can share.
Okay. Well, I consider myself quite lucky, to be honest, because when I came out, um, it kind of happened in stages. Don't forget, I come from Cyprus, very conservative country, and I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, right? So a lot more conservative than than it is now. And being gay could get you beaten up in the streets at some point, or people would talk or point their fingers at you, call you names, you know, the usual. Everyone knows
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Um, so when I came out, I initially came out to my two sisters,
Hmm.
and then I came out to my younger brother. 'Cause
Wow,
there's five of us.
big family.
Yeah.
Wow,
And then I came out to my mom, and eventually my dad found out, and my brother,
wow,
my other brother. So I did have the support of my mom and my mom's side of the family.
wow.
And that's what mattered to me at the end of the day.
That's beautiful, Andreas. I think have the support of your family. It's a big plus in our
Yeah.
lives. Did you, as you said, you came out first for your sisters and brother, all in the same day or different
No,
occasion
no, different periods of time. It
periods?
just
Okay.
because when I was growing up, I I was under the impression that, you know, you have to grow up, have a family, kids, a wife, the the stereotypical, you know, heteronormative ideas. Um, because that's what I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened to start exploring more after my 21st birthday. Well, uh, I knew I knew that I was gay from before. I just
Yeah.
didn't want to accept it myself. But on my 21st birthday, you know, went out, got drunk, made out with a guy. So that started getting me thinking. And that's when I kind of thought, you know what, it is what it is. And I have to say that partly. because of the way my mom brought me up, I was able to do that.
Hmm.
Because I knew I learned how to think for myself, let's say, and my mom always said that it doesn't really, it's what you do with your life is your life at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So yeah, um, it wasn't the easiest, but I believe it was easier than a lot of other people that I've seen trying to come out.
Do you think before you came out, do you think she knew it already?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
I think sometimes our parents, they know ourselves better than us. You know what I mean? Most of the time,
Your mom will always know.
for sure.
My, mo-
I,
my mom knew, definitely. She just wanted me to say it.
Amazing. Next question is, do you consider what do you consider most romantic?
Oh, as in, good question, actually. I'm an easy person, I'm more than happy with like a home cooked meal and a movie and then sleep. So, uh, the most romantic date I could have thought, a walk by the river, candlelit dinner, and then movie, sleep. That's it.
Do you consider yourself to be a romantic person?
No,
No?
not always. It depends. I think what romance is not one act, is small bits of acts here
Really?
and there. So, for example, dating someone and they're tired from work. They've worked until like 8 p.m. from 8 a.m. in the morning, and you know that they're going to get home, they're going to be hungry. Have the meal ready on the table when they walk in. That to me, that's romantic. That it shows to that person that you've thought, you consider them, you've thought about what they've gone through out the day, even though you've not been there, you know that they worked for 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
Um, so coming home, while I'm at home working from home, let's say, yes, have that dinner, have a hot shower, and then just relax. You might get a massage. You never know. But it's that consideration. I think the thinking behind it is what makes it romantic, not the actual act.
Totally agree. I think the small gestures they're the most
Yeah.
meaningful one because it comes from a good place. People are, I think more than ever nowadays with this world so fast, social media, people they are about perfection, this kind of thing. When someone gives a little genuine, simple gesture, for me it's like wow, it's the best.
You see, this superficiality, everything needs to be perfect and stuff like it's the one thing that actually puts me off. I
Yeah,
I, I
it,
want to be opposite someone that is genuine and can talk about their feelings freely, can tell me when I mess up. Because
yeah,
let's face it, God knows I'm not perfect. No one is.
yeah.
Um,
Thank God we are not perfect. Thank God.
but that's the thing. I need to have someone next to me that's able to say those things and not having to worry about, oh, what if I upset him?
Yeah,
Because yeah, you'll upset me, but if I'm going to get my stuff and leave you because you told me the truth, then that says a lot more about me again than it would say about you. And it's not good things.
two questions left.
You left
Let's.
the hardest ones for last.
Hey, Andreas from Cyprus. Next question is, okay, what's something not many people know about you? I already asked that for you, so I'm gonna change the question.
Mhm.
Next question is, if you had only 24 hours of life, what would you do?
Depends. Am I financially restricted or not?
Nowadays, like for example, tomorrow you find out that you just have 24 hours of life. What would you do?
Yeah, but can I use money or can I not? That's the thing.
What comes to your mind?
Wherever I want. Okay, if I had 24 hours, I would literally just grab a plane, go to Japan, and then I would go back to Cyprus
Sweet. And why Japan?
because I always wanted to go.
Me too.
It's the
Me
one
too.
place I always wanted to go.
It's something that I always wanted. There's something about Japanese culture that I always been very connected with. I think I think their culture, they're so different. They're ahead of us somehow. I think there's something about
Yeah,
their
I like the calmness.
yes,
I'm not
the
talking about
politeness.
Japan. I'm not
Polite,
talking about Tokyo.
yeah.
Talking about more outskirts. Yeah.
Yeah, the politeness, they're so polite and genuine polite. You know what I mean? It's not like fake, it's genuine. I think there's something about their culture that inspires. Ready for the last question?
Let's go for it.
Do it, last one. But before the last question, Andreas, working with homeless people, with trans rights, again, helping people. Tell me through your experience, your journey. Tell me something that this experience has taught you, something that you're gonna take for your life.
See, that's a huge subject. Having seen the way, because the people that I was working with were LGBTQ plus,
Mhm.
homeless people as well. So having seen the way people get treated, it I think it just makes you appreciate what you've got a lot more. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've taken from that is that yes, we're not always happy with our lives. Everyone's always thinking about their troubles, their hassles, their difficulties. But then when I put my troubles compared to what some people go through, it just makes you step back basically and just say, you know what, I I feel a lot more selfish thinking that you know what for example I don't have 50 extra pounds to buy another 50 drinks, let's say 15, 10 drinks. When someone's just out there sleeping on a bench and doesn't even have food to eat for God knows how long, it just puts your whole life into perspective. And I think that's the biggest thing that I took from all that.
Absolutely. If I think if you write down every day like a list of things that we have, I think you would never be able to complain about anything in your life because we have a lot and sometimes we forget how much we have.
Just the fact that we've got a roof over our head right now as we speak.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but outside is literally just raining nonstop today.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I was caught out in the rain and I came back home soaked. It was
Yeah.
not a good experience. But just think that someone's in a park somewhere
Yeah.
to sleep in that right now. It just makes you think.
Absolutely. Last question, let's do it. What's the best compliment have you ever received?
Oh, I think the one that I liked the most it had to do with the way that I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
There was this person that I dated once upon a time, and we were having a heart to heart, let's say. We were having a conversation over dinner and a couple of glasses of wine. Uh,
Mhm.
and I initiated it by asking, what what is it that you find in me? Why would you want to date me, basically? And the the main thing that they said basically was, I just like the way your brain works. So like that's that's different. It's better than like your smile or your eyes or something superficial. So yeah, I think that was it.
That's beautiful. Again, back to our conversation before about genuine, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Something genuine and that marks us. And you remember, and you're always gonna have this memory in your life. Amazing, beautiful.
that was in Stratford.
You remember the place as well.
Oh yeah, I do remember the place because we were having food at home, and it was when it was the first few years I was that I came to the UK,
Hmm.
and I used to live with five, yeah, five more people back then in a room, and it was the one day that we had the whole place to ourselves. So
Sweet, very
I
sweet.
do remember that date.
Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
I'll try my best. My brain doesn't always work the best.
not, not right or wrong, just what comes to your mind.
Let's give it a
Let's
go.
start with money, one word.
Money,
Yeah.
luxuries,
Family,
love,
fear,
fear, snakes,
life,
life, light,
love,
love, heart,
sex.
the color purple.
Interesting. Religion,
No.
politics,
Hmm?
politics.
Again, a big X.
Okay. Friendship,
Family,
desire,
trees.
regret,
Lies,
success,
money.
wish,
Which or we
wish.
wish.
Yeah.
Oh, travel,
Happiness.
farm.
One word for London.
One word for London, life.
And the last one now, one word for Cyprus.
Summer.
Amazing. Let's pretend now we're going to meet your best friend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your best friends. Define Andreas in one positive word and one negative word only. What your best friend would say.
One positive, one negative.
Yeah.
Positive would be loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Negative would be compulsive.
Interesting. What's your star sign astrology?
Unpredictable.
What's your star sign astrology?
Have a wild guess.
Huh?
Have a wild guess.
Scorpio.
No. Though I do like them.
I'm Scorpio.
Let's
Yeah.
just not go there. Two of my exes were Scorpios.
Oh my God. So which one is yours?
Gemini.
Gemini. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play now, Andreas, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before the last question, I believe that in Cyprus they speak Greek, yeah?
Well, depends on which part you come from.
So the part where you come from, what's your language?
Greek.
Okay. So tell me what's your favorite Greek word?
Never really actually thought about that. On top of my head, I would say omega.
Which means?
It's the last letter of the alphabet.
Omega?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I just
Okay.
like the way that it's written. That's all.
I love it. Okay, Andreas, you can ask me a question now.
Any question I want.
Yeah, any question.
Cool. What In a short sentence,
Mhm.
how would you describe your life?
Wow, what a beautiful question in a short sentence. Okay. Um, wow, I love it. Okay, in my whole life, in a sentence, I would say I'm just putting the sentence together.
You can try three words instead if it's easier.
Yeah, I'm gonna say life is an advent. No, okay, life is an adventure that has been introduced to you, so make the most of it.
I love that.
Yes. Oh my God, I love the question, Andreas. I had over 1,000 interviews on the show so far, and nobody asked me this question this way. I loved it to put in the
Oh,
spot straight away.
you did ask me to ask you a question.
Love it. Yeah, yeah. You just left your mark here in the
Uh,
magic box for sure.
I'll take your job now.
Amazing. Let's play now, Andreas in the magic box. Andreas, did you enjoy the interview?
I did. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks so much. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for being so kind and accepting the invitation. And before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
I think I've mentioned it several times. Live your life based on your beliefs and wants without caring about anybody else. And when I say that, I don't mean don't care about anybody else. Just don't care about what everybody else thinks. Just to be clear.
Absolutely. How do I say thank you in Greek?
Ευχαριστώ. Ευχαριστώ.
Afharisto.
Yeah.
Close.
Close.
Okay. Thank you so much and keep in touch. Okay. It was a pleasure having you on the
Will
show.
do.
Okay.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.